Hey, you know what time it is? Just about 6 a.m. Crack of dawn. Hold on. I got the coffee in my hand. Okay. Gotta have the slash who in your hand before you have the coffee. Let's be serious. But I had the coffee first. We got lucky. Nobody's here. Smells good. It's been cooling for a little bit. I don't like my coffee too hot. Oh, yeah. Good stuff. Not too hot. Just right. So, what do we got going on here? See a name I haven't seen in a bit. Um, let's check the who. Let's check some count shit. Count Chocula's. So we got 3 level 60s and a level 40 something. Very interesting. Alright, anyway, I got some stuff I want to farm this morning, including something I've never, ever, ever soloed. So I'm hoping, here's my prayer hands for it. I'm hoping and praying that we can kill the Shin Lord. I mean the Ghoul Lord. The Shin. What's his name? Ghoul Lord. It's been so long since I've seen it. The one that drops the SSB. One that drops Short Swordy Keisha. I've never soloed it in my life. I haven't even attempted to in a long time. I think I could do it. In fact, no. I know I can do it. I'm very confident about this. I'm gonna go clear the placeholder. Or I cleared the placeholder before I went to bed. Maybe we got lucky. Maybe we popped it and nobody noticed and stayed up all night. That'd be cool. Anyway, let's go check it out. How's everybody doing today? Thursday morning, it's a tough one, but it's worth it. You know? Worth it to get a good jump start on the day. Like, I feel like if I could beat the Ghoul Lord, there's no obstacle ahead of me the rest of my day. You know what I mean? Like, I'm just gonna cruise right over, just sail past any obstacle. I'll be riding high off, skull-shaped barboot or something. If I stole it, I don't gotta share it with nobody. I get to keep it. Just put it in my bag and forget about it. Anyways, let's see over here. What do we got? Not the Ghoul Lord. But Guk Knight? Oh boy. Those are tough. Alright. So, step 1. Got a clear room. There will be a Pathing Dar Knight, which I don't enjoy. Oh, I let a lot of my buffs slide, huh? Oh, there's the Pather. I was hoping to get a root proc by now. There we go. I just had to complain about it. Kill the Dars. Kill 2 more. And then I'm going to start splitting. And then it's go time. So, maybe, since my XP is pretty full, this is less of a grind and more of a farm. But what better time to do it than before everybody else wakes up? You know what I mean? Alright, let me fix some of my buffs. Banshee Aura, that's what I need. And I need my clickies. Sorry, my brain's still trying to turn on. Floaty boots because every little bit helps. Track BP because, save magic HP, all of it. All of it. All right, 109. What's this go up to? 123. So that's decent. 14. Save magic on that. Refresh a couple little clicks too. But yeah, Banshee Aura, that's the one I really need. Alright. The closer these die to each other, honestly the better because whatever. The closer they pop to each other, the closer the respawns will pop to each other. Maybe I don't want that. Maybe just pretty close. And I'm talking time-wise, obviously not. They'll spawn in their specific spots. Okay, Ramos logged off. I'll take this one a little slow. Get some HP. The more HP I have when I finish, the less I gotta, you know, mat up. Vampiric Curse is pretty efficient. I like that one. That's fucked. It hit me way back here. At least it only bashed me. If it hit me with a double while I was sitting. Alright. Gotta kill this one. Hey, we're just getting started over here. So, good morning. I'm trying to clear a little space. I don't much care to kill Dars. You know what I mean? Like, they drop the same loot as a Shin or whatever. Stuff that's easier to kill. These are a little on the tougher side. Hey, Winnie, come here. I just fed the cats, but Winnie's howling. Hold on, I'm gonna check on her after this Dar drops. I never know if the mic picks the cats up when they're vocalizing like that. It's a rare thing. I mean, kind of rare. It's rare when I'm streaming and they do it. They do it a lot. Alright, I got one more trash one to kill. Let me check on Winnie. Be right back. Here she is. What's up, Winnie? Over here. Oh, when she does this, yes. When she stands, their back legs on the chair, and her front paws on the desk. Yeah, Winnie, you're streaming now. Anytime Bulk Nacho says, anytime I get Cell on my computer, my dog does the same. Yeah, I don't know. I think Winnie just wanted some attention. He was just standing in the hallway, meowing. Yeah, you're cute. Winnie, are you a bully? You're not a bully like Bulk Nacho's dog, are you? No, she would never. Alright, Winnie, we're playing EverQuest over here. You helping me med? Oh wow, we're actually sitting together. She never likes to sit with me. It's one or the other, you know? She takes up the whole chair even though she's about this freaking big. Hi. Good girl. Do you like your morning meal? Yeah, we're playing EverQuest together. Winnie, check it out. This is Lower Guck. You know this though. You've been here. You've been to Lower Guck with me, Winnie. That's an undead froglock, Winnie. Let's slay it. Let's slay it without taking too much damage. And I lost my haste, Winnie. Oh no. Just losing interest. What's up? What's up? You're a little sweetie. Alright. So as I said before, the less damage I take here, probably the better for me. Not probably. Absolutely, definitely. Because then I won't have to sit for as long. But if Winnie's running the show, I guess medding's not too bad. Yeah, she just went for the mouse. My mouse does have like thumb buttons, so she could potentially like blow my harm touch right now. But it's worth it. It's worth it. Alright. Did I loot this other corpse? Oh yeah, golden earring, right. Alright, so we'll sit here momentarily. Winnie, up here. She likes to rub her face on the corner of the laptop too. Winnie. Okay, that's enough. Now she's like biting it. I call her Hacker Cat because she will hack the mainframe. If you let her on a computer, she'll open up command prompt or she will, find a terminal and she will start typing commands. You know? Maybe they won't be, valid commands that do anything, but she will attempt. She will do it for a long time, right, Winnie? She's very shiny, so like the green screen will make her see through. Hi. Okay. Let's see here. Just need a little more mana. My HP's not bad. You're not meowing now though. Did you get what you wanted? You wanted attention. Hey, you see you? I'm showing her OBS. Winnie, look, it's you. Oh, now she ducked. Alright, anyways. Just like drooling on my stuff right now. Are you? I think that means she's very extra happy and relaxed. How about don't? Not right there. That's where I gotta put my wrist. Ew. Okay. Winnie, let's play some EverQuest. Trap D, what's going on? The cat's up here taking over. But it's alright, it's just a med break anyway. Right, Winnie? Here. I'm gonna try to get her back in frame. She's sliming up my gear. Up here, Winnie. There she is. We're occupying the chair at the same time. It's a very rare occasion. One or the other usually. Alright. She's sweet. 80 mana, that's so much mana. You got a Jin Ghoul Wizard, Bach Ghoul Knight. Gotta love a double success. What's up? Hi. Alright, don't attack the mouse, buddy. Especially when I'm trying. So I'm trying to solo the Shin Ghoul Lord, right? Is that his name? Shin Ghoul Lord or just Ghoul Lord? It's been so long. I haven't seen this thing in like a minute. I forget what it's called. But anyway. KH fan, what's going on? Hey, make sure you say hi to Winnie too, because she's taking over the stream. Uh-oh. Uh-oh, she's gonna press buttons. Okay, I gotta put you down, Winnie. She's very cute. Alright. Sorry, it was a blessed thing. But if she blew my harm touch on this Gut Ghoul Knight. Yep, that's how you spell it. You just got off Ultra Kill. I haven't heard of that one. My legs feel weak. This Gut Ghoul Knight's supposed to get rooted, and I'm supposed to back up, right? That was my plan. But sometimes the best laid plans. Something, something, something. Ghoul root. It's giving me a taste of my own medicine. I don't like it. Gotcha, 2020 shooter game, loosely based off Dante's Inferno. Interesting. This is a tough placeholder, right? Gut Ghoul Knight, probably one of the hardest, like, pure melee mobs in this zone that could possibly spawn. And I'm face tanking it. Not my plan. I made all this room to fear kite. There we go. What I wanted to do is pop a root on it, back up, and switch out some spells. You know? Didn't happen like that. I'm still rooted too, so. Oof. Got a little spicy there. So if the placeholder's this hard, wait till you see the named. It's gonna be fun. It's alright. Thanks to Root Proc, we got a little mid-fight med break going on. Gotta love it. The Vampiric Curse with the last of my mana. And then, yeah. See what respawned in the rest of the zone. I cleared a couple placeholders before we came to this part. Ouch. $12 gold. Okay. Anyway, let's look at the throne. Just to enjoy it for a sec while it's empty. Yeah, yeah. This is gonna be my seat. I'll kill the Ghoul Lord and I will crown myself King of Deadside. Oh. Gotta spawn it first and then kill it. Anyways. Ones I just cleared were Cavalier. Did I clear Executioner? I might have. I usually do. Clear those two. And then maybe I'll see if, you know, my cat will take over the stream for a minute for a nice med break. Ooh, early. Kill a couple gargoyles while we wait for that. Secret entrance to a secret level 1-1. You won't say where, but it'll allow you to beat the level in 1.1 seconds. Wow. Well, that secret entrance can't be too deep in the level. Somewhere within the first, you know, second, I would have to guess. Interesting. I picked up, an interesting looking game on a Steam sale last night. Never heard of it before, but it was like it checked a lot of the boxes I was looking for in a game, especially on a deep sale, making it cheap. You know, I love a nice cheap sale. Makes me feel like I'm a smart shopper buying a game I wasn't gonna buy. I'm smart, you know. No, it's what's the name? You know, it's a great question. I gotta pull up Steam. Children of something. It looked interesting. It had a bunch of the keywords that I like. It's a roguelite uh action RPG slash like a hack and slash. I was kind of looking for like some sort of hack and slash action RPG, and I don't know, it looked like a cool one. And it has co-op mode, like, or whatever, where you can team up with somebody and do it. So if it's fun, I'll definitely show you on like a Tuesday or something. Children of something, some name. Very helpful. And it's the one that's on sale, obviously. I didn't actually install it yet. I just bought it last night before bed. I'll look into it after work probably. But I wanted to stay focused on EverQuest. Because I knew I didn't want it to be too fun, and then this morning I'd be like, oh, I want to play that game. No, no, no. EverQuest every Thursday morning. We rise and grind, right? I got the Mr. Burns mug check. Who earns? I got the Homer shirt and the Burns mug. I'm all Simpsons kitted out again. I did that this combination before, I remember. But anyways, we'll have a Cavalier placeholder spawning soon. Yep, there you go. Children of Morta, that one. It looked fun. I'll try it out. If it's not fun, I probably won't play it much, but if it's fun, Who knows? Maybe a Tuesday on a Twitch near you. Now, let me click my J boots too while we're messing around. Yeah, this was for me it was 85% off. And it's like if I can get every game at 85% off, I would get a lot of games. Let me tell you, 85%. That's a nice sale. Yeah, and it has decent reviews, and you got to figure a lot of those people reviewed it paying that full price, and they liked it for the money. So, shit, I'll try it. I'll try for a fraction. Yeah, I don't know if I'm gonna like it. We'll see. It looks maybe frustrating. Anyway, this live side with the live king placeholder. I'm assuming. Yeah. Ooh, shaman. They're tough. And this is the placeholder for the herbal. No, tactician. I would maybe clear those if I had more. What's it called? HP and mana. Right now, it's just gonna set me back from my main goal, which is dead side. Let's get the J boots on. Let's get back to dead side. Shortcut through the portal, straight to the swamp. And it's always good to do a little slash who out there too, besides just clicking the boots. I'm gonna go kind of the long way right now because I want to see summoner placeholder. Someone's been farming summoner. I'll see this placeholder will change over sometimes, and I'll catch the summoner up a decent amount. Maybe it's Chilogan. Chilogan, if it was you, tell me. He he showed me a couple bags full of the good drop. So I think he's probably good on it for now. That's why I think it's probably someone else. Who knows? Just a placeholder. You don't leave it up. Remember we caught that 60 warrior farming at that one stream. Started off the stream in the middle of some action. That was fun. And then he was in the chat bragging about his HP pool. And then he pulled out the over there hammer and left. It was pretty funny. Like I thought you had a lot of HP. I think he was trying to trick me into pulling out my OT hammer and following him into a potential ambush situation. Slash, even if it wasn't an ambush, you go outside, you're getting bow quested, right? Like I got a weighted axe too, but I'm not a warrior, so it ain't as good. Lower skill cap. Still waiting on this cap. Now the weird thing is, you would think this would already be up. Like, how is this still down? Only 27-minute timer, and wasn't that the first thing I did all stream? So it's actually, now that I look at the clock, it's 6:27. It's probably about to spawn. Yep. Okay. I just got a little impatient. Alright, straight back to Ghoul Lord. Gotta mat up and kill these ads, right? They're not exactly ads. Really, the only two ads are the ones in the room. Maybe you could say that Pather would be an ad, right? These ones are like adjacent. Kill the adjacent ones. I need a little breathing room. I need a little fearing room, right? We're gonna make this thing run away and then chase it when it spawns. All right, she might actually stream with me. Oh, here's all the repops. There's a core wizard and a nook. Not yet. Kill this one first. She's on the chair. As far as that top one's not up yet. I really caught this one right as it spawned, I guess. I feel like Winnie's made a lot of stream appearances lately. I love that. Gotta get Chester on here too. He's the orange guy. He would be the only one on the stream, and I would talk about Winnie. I'd say I got this shy cat that never wants to be on camera. But look at her now, hamming it up. Easy with the mouse. I gotta get like a regular mouse. Whoa, with no thumb buttons for when she's doing this, because I get real nervous. There's too much power right now. Jeez. Broke my root. Oh, I top slotted that. That was stupid. Fix it. There we go. I don't like having my top slot full of anything, to be honest. Alright, so there's going to be one right here. Yep, Dargle Knight right at the top of the hall. Core Wizard. Ugh. Left it up long enough to buff itself. Always annoying. Okay, wait. No, you can't lay on my arm. Sorry. Okay. Goodbye, everybody. Alright. Definitely need to sit for like... Eh. The more the merrier. I got 2 more ads to kill. Okay, whatever spawns right here in this nook, and then that top of the hall dar. And then I gotta successfully split the room. And then the fun begins. Nothing good comes easy in this game, and I would say killing the Ghoul Lord solo as a Shadow Knight would be good. Never done it. I killed the live side king plenty of times now. I got that whole strategy down. And I know I can do this. I know I could kill Dead Side King. I kill all the other names on Dead Side. Right. I don't think there's any named on Dead Side that gives me too much trouble. The AM is, you know, you need all your mana, you need all your HP, and you need a good split. But other than that, that's fine. Reanimated Hand is arguably tougher split than the AM. But, nothing else on this. Like, okay, Frenzy could be tough, but not really if you fear it. Doesn't really do anything. And that's kind of what I'm thinking here for the Ghoul Lord. I'm gonna fear it. Won't really do anything. We'll be fine. Cat got me good. I'll be right back. All right, I'm back. I'm back. What I miss? Nothing. Off swearing off. Typical. Turtle skin. I'll refresh the haste. Bobbing corpse. And yeah, looks good. I mean, I guess I could refresh this while we're at it. It's free. Rather not have it wear off in the heat of the moment. Is that it? That's all the buffs? I think I do Skelly form. I just can't bash while I'm doing it. It's the only bad thing. Just like the Dark Elf mask, you know? That's why I can say I'm better than ever. I never had Skelly form back in the day. Maybe I had a Dark Elf mask, sure, but most Skellies don't even got names over their head. Pretty cool. But neither one can bash. Need a shield for that. Still waiting for the pop at the throne, too. these both at once. Like how he rooted me way back here. Doesn't even make sense. I'm not even gonna try to like get in and out on these things. I'm just getting hit across the room. It doesn't even shouldn't be happening like that, but shit's classic. Fresh vampiric curse. Still waiting. Still waiting on the throne. One down. There we go. One down. Dropped a Peridot. Gotta love that. I know Topaz isn't worth as much as the Fine Steel, but I'm hopeful to see more Topazes and stack them up. We'll see. You know, if I go back to town with one Topaz, it'd be like, oh, I should have kept that Fine Steel, but it's a chance I'm taking. Gambling. Gambling like a whole plat right now. We're gonna finish off with the life tap. Actually, I got Drain Spirit up too. Ugh. Gut Ghoul Wizard. Honestly, I don't want to say this is harder than the named, but this is probably highest level mob possible in lower Guk. Is that? It could be. I'd have to double check all the numbers here, but I feel like this is gonna be tough. A Gut Ghoul Wizard on the throne. Kind of brutal. He casts Conflag and Ice Comet and all sorts of just brutal spells. But I'm gonna try not to let him. Gonna fear this thing as much as possible. That's why I had to clear all this. One, about to get Ice Comet to Valhalla. Yeah, maybe. I mean, I can't kill the named if I can't top the named, right? That's like part of it. So I got to do it. I would say there's a similar situation on the live side throne right now. It's the high level shaman on the throne as a placeholder, and that's like I think I'd rather fight the named. You know, besides the fact the name drops the loot. You know, it's just that those shamans can be brutal. Like if fighting a pally, you know what he's gonna do. He's gonna heal itself. It's gonna lay on hands when it's low, but it's it's not doing like poison dots after disease dots after slowing you after this after that. You know what I mean? Like the shamans are annoying. And yeah, Guckwool Wizard, we know what it's gonna do. It's buffing itself up a lot right now, and it's gonna cast so much damage. And my resists are my magic resist is good. I could probably resist a lot of that line. But as far as resisting conflags or ice comets, that ain't happening. Let's see. I can maybe throw on never mind, I was gonna say I could throw on a frog crown. I gotta go pick up a new frog crown. I think I gave it away recently. I do that. Alright, anyways. I need all my mana for this. We're gonna do Rest the Dead on the little ads on the side. So far so good. I haven't had to feign death any critical fails yet today. Prayer hands to keep that going. Anyways, hang tight. Okay. Almost there. I'll redo the damage shield. And here's the most important part. This is like the hardest part of it. You see, I cleared a lot of space to fear, right? Wrong. I cleared the bare minimum to fear. You should really clear this next section too, but that's another 1, 2, plus the Pather. I think it might even be more than that. I don't want to get it there. I want it to run just this little happy path. That's it. Nothing else. Took off the root proc. Okay. Success. Success. 11 p.m. for you, KH fan. It's almost 7 a.m. here. I'm gonna be hopping out of the world of Norath facing the real life at 8 a.m. So right now, I'm deep in it. You could say I'm deep in the darkest depths of the dead side of Guck. It's the place to be. Hey, speaking of the place to be, we got a Discord linked linked below somewhere. Can't find the link and you want to join it, let me know. Get you a fresh link. But anyway, here we go. Pull it with a dispel. Straight to a big snare. Interrupted it. Phew, okay. Big snare landed. Big snare landed. If I had the root proc right now, I would accidentally proc a root and it would turn and start whacking me and I'd be like, no. You know, I've seen that happen a million times. I had to remember to take off the root proc, as much as I love it. And this fear's going to wear off pretty soon. There it is, see? With the big snare on, it's no big deal. Gonna dispel me. Oh no, it didn't dispel me. Oh, it's a conflag. Got in there for the bash. It was a risky move. If the bash whiffed, I would have wished I went for the fear right there. But I'd rather go for the fear right here. More space. I have my reasons. Methods to my madness. Go with a new snare. Rather not risk it. But you see how this goes, right? This is what I want to do to the named. If I can do this to the hardest placeholder that can spawn there, let me do it to the named. Let me check this off my list. They would consider this a warm-up for the solo artist challenge or whatever. In the, you know, the P99 blue, green, mostly solo community. They got their little, their solo challenges. And they've welcomed me on their list after they heard about the Frog King, right? Which now the Frog King's on farm mode. I do that one easy now. I want to get this one on farm mode and then check Guck off. Soloed everything there is to solo down here. We'll see what's next. I think it's something tough next, you know what I mean? As a Shadow Knight, I gotta be real about what's within my realm of possibility. But as you saw, Guck Ghoul Wizard, no big deal. Eye of Guck. Go back to the Cavalier. Barely lost any HP that whole fight. The Ghoul Lord, I mean, it has a pet. That would be a little annoyance, but it only lasts like a couple rounds. Not a huge deal, that pet. But harm touches. So I definitely take some damage, even if it went as smooth as that one did. Anyways, as advertised before, less getting beat up means less downtime. More farm time. Let's go. Rise and grind. Time to get up. Time to caffeinate if you're into that sort of thing. Time to, you know, get ready for the day. Unless it's like, you know, KH fan, you're in a way different time zone, then, you know, disregard what I'm saying.
This is a Wendy's.
Yeah, disregard what I'm saying, but, you know, it's a window into the world. As Stephanie EverQuest said on the box, you're in our world now. And I'm gonna keep my eyes open for that transcript, right? The latest courtroom news on the THJ Daybreak front was that the transcript of the discussion they had earlier this summer is available, but oh, I hit the wrong button. I'm sloppy clicking over here. It's available, but it's like kind of Not yet. There's a 10-day window where the parties can request stuff be redacted, and we're in that 10-day window still. So I don't think anybody can see it yet. But after those 10 days, then I think people who are, registered with Southern District of California courts or whatever can pay to get the transcript. So I think maybe we'll get to see the transcript pretty soon. I think so. But it's all stuff that already happened. It's not really new news. It's just newly on the cusp of discussion. I haven't made a famous rant about it on YouTube. Which one? A rant about THJ Daybreak? I mean, I make some rants here on Twitch. They make their way over to YouTube, but I don't think any of them would qualify as famous. How you doing, Yonder Wiley? It's great to see you. The YouTube has all the old streams for the past year, and then even streams beyond that. I'm not going to say all the streams past year. Bulk Nachos, you know about a suit? Do that, then talk about Turtle Out, then on to Nintendo suing all of us. Bulk Nachos says you didn't realize there was a suit. Yeah, it's very interesting. So this is a quick little overview. You've probably heard of THJ, aka the Hero's Journey, EQ emulator server that gained immense popularity in the year 2025. Well, it happened to kind of coincide with Daybreak server. Fippy was the name of the server, right? The TLP. Anyway, I think the Fippy server wasn't doing as much numbers as the other server, allegedly. People say this is what drove Daybreak to pursue legal action against THJ for copyright reasons. And THJ is in court over it. They took it to court. And that's where we're at. It's in court. And it's interesting. A lot of things have come to light over the course of this trial, including Daybreak's agreement with P99. It's an actual exhibit that was, brought up in trial. Or not trial. Is it trial? Whatever. Brought up in court. Fangbreaker's the newest TLP. Gotcha. I said Fippy. I don't know why. Thank you for correcting me, KH fan. Yeah, everything I say, obviously heavily allegedly / what do I know? I'm just a freaking EverQuest enjoyer, But I try to report as accurately as I can. I'm like, whoa, there's corpses in here. That was me. I did that. I remember. It's all coming back to me. But yeah, the thing that really rubbed me the wrong way, and I don't want to say crashed out about, but I've given my opinion unprompted several times now, and I might even do it again, is that I didn't like the way THJ's lawyers went about things as far as, you know what I mean? Like, I get that it's all, it's not them addressing us, it's them addressing the judge. You know what I mean? But they're bringing us up, and by us, I mean EverQuest enjoyers that enjoy EverQuest emulators. You know what I mean? We're not doing anything wrong here. But if you listen to the THJ lawyers' point of view, and I keep saying the lawyers because I don't want to believe that people who actually run an EverQuest server think like this. You know what I mean? I want to think that they paid money to a firm and said, do your best, please. And the firm came up with this. That's what I want to believe, because I don't like the fact that the lawyers are coming and saying, these are the guys that are pirating the software. You know what I mean? Our clients are perfect angels hosting just some ones and zeros that have nothing to do with anything over here. It's these pirates with their EverQuest Titanium clients. You know what I mean? That are it's crazy. It's crazy. That's really like the energy they came with, and I didn't like that. It's just like whoa, and even Daybreak was like whoa, and they showed the agreement with P99, and basically through that agreement, you could see that like, of course we're the ones downloading. You know what I mean with the EQ Titanium files. Like that's how it's supposed to go. You know what I mean? Like if you have an agreement, it's all good. And the point of the matter is they didn't have the agreement, and you know when presented with probably some sort of letter on a legal letterhead or whatever, maybe it went straight to the cease and desist or whatever. But I would assume there's probably some sort of attempt at friendly communication first. Like they kept with this they don't use titanium. Okay, well, whatever. You know what I'm saying. I'm saying they're pointing at us because they do specifically bring up P99 a lot. Um, you know what I mean? Uh, I love to bring you that breaking news. You know what I mean? Reporting live from Norath. They tell you how to do it on Steam. I see. Yeah, I looked at it. I watched it. I thought it seemed interesting, and I definitely said that if it had a PvP version, I would play the shit out of it because it looked fun and different. I even went so far as to call it perhaps the future of EverQuest. Remember when those words left my lips? You know what I mean? I had some pretty high praise for THJ. You know what I mean? This is what happens when you know, someone unprompted gives their opinion out loud in a yappy way. You know what I mean? You're gonna get some words in orders that perhaps form sentences that you know don't age well. I'm not saying it didn't age well, but as far as calling it the future of EverQuest, like I hope they have a future in EverQuest at this point because the way the trial seems to be going, um, seems like Daybreak's out for blood. Allegedly, what do I know? I'm an EverQuest enjoyer. You know, I know Lower Guck. I don't even barely know Nagafin's lair. You know, you think I know the inner workings of multi-million dollar corporations or stuff like that? No, of course not. Can't take the bark without the bite, like Fippy would say. I love that. But you know, I had a lot of high praise for it, and it was the shit. It was the talk of the town. It was, you know, maybe too big for its own good. Because there have been emulators that have had microtransactions in the past, right? You know, not naming any names or pointing any fingers. We've seen it. We've seen it happen. Um, and it seems like some of those slide by as long as the population's under the radar. You know what I mean? You're an underground thing. You know, nobody's really doesn't the waves don't make it all the way to the people that are you know looking out for that sort of thing to punish. But you know, THJ made waves. They made like a tsunami. Like it was huge. Maybe was that like the biggest server in EverQuest in recent history? Would you say like it was? I think it was, but I don't see all the numbers. Pandu, I know I saw. Uh, I figured they'd come out here at some point. So you know it logs your order, how long you've been online. So I got on 6. So Easy's been on longer than me, but hasn't said anything in OOC. I don't know. That's good to see you. Anyway, I was just yapping about THJ, saying some stuff, you know, allegedly. But I do want to see that transcript. I will stand up and say that proud. You know what I mean? I want to see the transcript just to read what happened over there because I don't think it went. You know what I mean? They didn't like end with an agreement clearly because there were many filings after that, including another lawyer being added to the team. Right? That doesn't sound like you're done. Arcane Cognition. It's been quiet over here. So, you know how Quarm has PvP enabled zones? The, you know what I mean? The lure of that has been strong enough to pull some people away from the premier PvP server. But they'll be back. They'll be back. So, you know how it goes when it's quiet. It's time to farm. I would go fight easy if I knew where. But yeah, exactly. Now's the time. It's early in the morning though. The server's been popping in the evenings. I actually got a nice kill the other night. Right here in Guck. That wouldn't happen if the server was dead. It couldn't. There'd be nobody to kill. Anyway, we're just gonna start over here. It's good to see you. How you doing? You're sipping some coffee or whatever. Cheers. It's the Mr. Burns mug. I'm sure rocking a lot of Simpsons gear for someone who hasn't seen The Simpsons in a long time, but no hate to The Simpsons. I'd watch it again. Yeah, it's something to watch. Drinking coffee, toking it up. There you go. Yeah, the morning is young. Sun is up now, I think. Yeah. They're still online. You like Bob's Burgers? I don't know if I hope Bob's Burgers still on. I like that one too. I haven't been watching what would you call that? Like traditional television in a bit. Doing the YouTube enjoyment lately. It's a whole world out there. But sometimes I do still miss TV for like, you know, set it and forget it style. You just turn it on and it's like, yeah, you get some commercials or whatever, but you know what I mean? They just play stuff. You don't have to like choose stuff constantly. I get exhausted choosing stuff. You might be rising, but you're not grinding. You're grinding your teeth for it. Wow. How you doing? It's early over there, huh? Whoa, I almost spooked this thing full speed. That would have been spooky. I've killed the placeholder twice. So you could say we're just getting started. I have a dream that I can kill the Ghoul Lord solo. It's never happened. Here's a little deep cut trivia for you. Maybe somebody watching might know the answer. Instead of telling you, I'm going to ask if anybody remembers what happens last time I tried to solo the Ghoul Lord on stream. Or any of the times I've tried to solo the Ghoul Lord on stream. I'll accept any of it because I think it's happened probably 3 times. And I can remember all 3 of them, one way or another. So, little trivia. Anybody remember? Would have been a while ago. I have not tried this camp in a while. Whoa. Why is this guy fleeing? It's so weird. I don't think he usually does that. Okay. 3 plat, that's pretty juicy. You don't remember if I ever saw it, but you guess I died. Okay, so one time it was kind of like this. In fact, it was so much like this. Right? I was very extremely low HP. I was lower HP, and my C and Viz wore off. But I don't think I think it might have been up while I was starting the med, but it wore off while I was medding, and I didn't quite clock that. So when I saw my friend Finagle's rogue login, I thought it was maybe a little weird because he wasn't saying anything, and I was a little sketched out. And if I had seen it with the C and Viz sneaking up, I would have maybe been a little more paranoid. But anyway, I got backstabbed and killed by Blood, right? Finagle's Rogue, who I ported to the zone like, not that long beforehand. Anyway, Alluri logged in Finagle's Rogue and killed me on stream. Um, that was a long time ago, right? Ancient history. But that was clipped. And they tried to, you know, like roast me over it or whatever. But if you know what I mean, like it never happened again. It's good times though. It's a little weird when your friend is sneaking up on you, but it's actually not your friend. It's somebody else. Pretend. You know what I mean? It was a little unnerving. Yeah, that was like 2 years ago. But anyway, every other time that I've tried to kill this thing solo, one of my friends will log in and help me kill it. So I've even, you know what I mean? I've had some times where I've really almost killed it, and then somebody will jump in. It's like that doesn't count. It doesn't count as a, you know what I mean, a solo. So, you know, hopefully I don't get helped, unless I really need the help. In which case, save me. But yeah, there was one other weird thing going on during that moment where Finagle's Rogue was turned against me, my good friend. Um, and it was there was somebody else in the zone, and they were like, I think they were trying to just like get better eyes on me because they were like, oh, I'll help you. You know what I mean? They were in Twitch chat. I don't remember their name, but I've never seen them before or since. But they were like somebody from Red that like used to play, and I think they were trying to help make sure I died, or you know what I mean, or they were really trying to help, but they didn't help at all. You know what I mean? They stood there and let me get snuck up on and killed, and then you know what I mean. Nothing. I don't know. Maybe I'm wrong. Maybe he really was there to help, but it was just kind of weird that it was somebody who was like. It seemed like a okey doke. You know what I mean? Anyway, whatever. I didn't let it stop me. I even made a TikTok about it. Right? I took the clip and I said, look what they did. It's not gonna stop me, right? Content. Well, that was like 2 years ago. So it's like I had to let you all know. It was when I just started streaming EverQuest. Um, I made Nui, this Shadow Knight. Right, it's red. More likely they weren't helping. Exactly, arcane cognition. Exactly. I ain't really stressing. If people got to pull out those kind of levels of like weirdness, like I think that speaks volumes. Yeah, maybe they were gonna help jump me, but didn't need to because I got backstabbed sitting. I was really at like, you know what I mean? Like I don't even think they would have needed a 2v1 though because I was literally at like 5%. It was some shit because I think it was when I wasn't using Rest the Dead for whatever reason. I don't think I like knew how good it was on this server or something. You know, whatever my weirdo reasoning was on it. I think I was feign death splitting the room, so I took some beats splitting that room, if I do recall. Anyway, I don't think I was level 60 yet. Like I said, it was when I started streaming Red. So if anybody wants to dig real deep, it's all on YouTube. Some of my first streams, even, I think, are on there. And that would have been like ancient history. But not really ancient, because in the scheme of things, it's still like the deep, late Velius Red 99. You know what I mean? It ain't that ancient. But it's a long time ago now. But I was playing Glurbverd, which was on Finagle's Warriors account. He said, "Oh, I'm giving you this account," and then I made a new warrior on it. Instead of playing the warrior that he gave me, I wanted to make my own warrior, and I was leveling that warrior. And then whatever I forget exactly what drama went on, but he took the account away from me and gave it to a Luri. Uh, but anyway, so I made a new account and I made Nui, right? Some good history. But anyway, so Nui has been on stream like from the beginning, right? Glurbverd, I think I was level 30 before I started streaming, and I got to like level 50 something, and then I started over with Nui, and yeah, the rest is history. I think every other alt I've made has been pretty well documented on stream from, creation, unless they were, predating my streaming, right? Like Sprunkit. Sprunkit was on an older account. It used to be named Poop Gun. So we never got to see the creation of Poop Gun on the stream because it happened in however old this server is. It was like day one. But anyway, whatever. I inherited that one. That's a fun one. Now it's Sprunkit. Is Paul Bunyan more of a kaiju or a cryptid? I would say he's the kaiju and Babe's the cryptid. Next question. How you? Where'd you come up with that one? I like that. Dang, why is oh, there's a Dar on me. I'm like, why is this Zal Ghul Knight whooping my ass so bad? With the power of a good night's sleep. Hell yeah. I got a decent night's sleep. I do this thing on Wednesday nights where I accidentally stay up too late. It happens like every time. I don't know why. It's like the only night of the week that I accidentally stay up. It's like because I like to troll myself, I guess. I forget I gotta get up super early on a Thursday to rise and grind. But it's alright. When I say I stay up late, I mean like I stayed up to like 10. That's late to me. Because I'm an early riser now. So. Dang, you got 3 fungies? That's crazy. You went from 0 fungies to 3 fungies in like a week. Yo, let me borrow a fungi. My HP's low. Kidding. I see you're not even wearing one right now. I was speaking of ambers, I was at a store the other day, pawn shop, and I seen a chunk of amber. It's a really big chunk, but I would say it's probably like lower quality. Right? I was looking into this. I was trying to find out. I don't have a fungi already. I have 1 fungi, but that's not enough. That's why let me just borrow one. Need more. Um, it's on my shaman Saibao. My shaman has the fungi, and it's awesome. The shaman's awesome. I like having the regen for then the cannibalize. It just goes very well. But if I had another fungi, I'd probably put it on. I don't know. one of the dark elves. You know what I mean? Like, or the with the wood elves or whatever my bard is. I just need more regen on everybody. Trolls are okay. They have some regen. You have a baby shaman, you put a fungi on. Maybe you'll level her when you come back. Yeah, you should arcane cognition. If you want to group sometime, we've been doing real big flowers groups. Like right now, server's got 6 people on. You come on like in the evening, you might see more than 6 flowers on, and then a sprinkling of other players. Like the numbers get up there. There's dozens of us. You know how it goes. If it's a raid night or whatever guild's raid, you'll see even bigger numbers. The Ghoul Lord. You're making songs to play while you. Hey, nice. Time to 2-man solo it, says Sheriff. Well, this might not be the day I solo it either, because we're gonna duo it, but you've seen me solo the wizard now. I'm feeling confident. I'm happy to share. If I want to solo this thing, it'll have to be a silent move. But if it's a silent move, I'll record it. I'll upload it to YouTube as part 2 of my solo adventure on the Shadow Knight trying to solo stuff. I did the Live Side King as part 1, and that was like probably 2 years ago. So part 2 after 2 years, uh, that'd be cool. Anyway, a lot of downtime here. Need to get all the mana, all the HP. Might even need to summon a pet for to eat the harm touch. Welcome back. I didn't miss much. I'm medding over here, just yapping about the Ghoul Lord, and it's as long as the fears go like how I just beat that wizard, I didn't even get hit. It goes like that. I'm happy. But hardly ever goes like that, let's face it. Alright. Good amount of HP. Not full, but good amount. Let's see what else we got here. Azal's down, so maybe I'll pull this one too. And then we really got a nice, huge area clear. The whole cartel's running Turtle WoW, according to Blizzard. I gotta read into that. Yeah, Yonder Wily, you're right. That would be a good rant / discussion. And what about the whole does Pokemon own battling pets? Is that anything that has pet battling just copying Pokemon? Alright, it's a tough room. Very tough room. At least the stuff on the side, I guess it could be worse, right? If we had like 2 wizards. Nintendo owns summoning into virtual spaces, yeah. Big if true. I know I was talking about I gotta fire up my old WoW account to check out pet battles before it's you know, potentially gone forever. Who knows? I'm not trying to say the sky is falling. I would never. I would never say the sky is falling. But who knows? It could. Banshee Aura, and then I think I'm good to go. Alright, I got Banshee Aura. Got a pet. If there's two of us, I don't need no pet. Alright. Success. Success. Yeah, I had a paid World of Warcraft account at the time back then, but it was trying to summon I always get confused on that one. It sounds like a pet spell, summon corpse. I put it with my outdated pet spells, and that's why I didn't think I had the spell for so long. I'm trying to summon an outdated pet. Level 15, that'll do. Oops. Alright, good. He ate the harm touch. I didn't get my good snare up, which isn't good. Now I gotta kill his pet. Looming darkness. There we go. Better late than never. Good thing I got the level 15 pet. If it was the level 9 pet, it would have been dead before the harm touch. It was just sturdy enough to, you know, survive me summoning it in front of him and then sitting. Let it reset way up here. A fresh snare. There we go. This isn't. It's not that bad. I just got. Gotta remember to have all the spells up. If I was soloing this, I didn't have the Dooming Darkness up. I guess it would have been the similar situation, right? I gave it the engulfing darkness and I sent it on its way. And then I eventually got the dooming darkness up once the pet was dead. So that was a case where being unprepared didn't bite me too bad, but it could have. You guys see there's a bard in Crushbone? Should I go mess with him? Nah, I'm not gonna go. It's rise and grind time. It's not time to go do all that. Yoink. I'll shape our boot. You want it? Need it? They vendor very well. Speaking of vendoring very well, let's go check some. Killed the Cavalier placeholder several times today too, so. Maybe we get lucky. See the shoulders. I just want to vendor them. It's just a money camp to me. But that's good farming. And you could say it was kind of a grind. I got my XP bar maxed. It was missing a little tiny chunk. Not no more. No Cavalier. Little placeholder again. No, I love this camp. Anyway. Yonder Wiley says, if Nintendo kicks Palworld's ass, then Activision kicks Blizzard's ass, then then Activision Blizzard's ass, then chills for the next 10 years remaining the patent and don't go anybody else after anybody else. I can see. It's an interesting theory. I never played Palworld. Anybody play that here? It's top off your 60s. I wish we had AAs. You know what I mean? That would be much more satisfying to me than topping off a 60. I would probably have like 1% into 60 right now if there's a AAs available. Oh shit, so Sheriff just killed the Basilisk. The Basilisk is definitely linked to the Ghoulord spawn. Chilogan told me about it. I think there's a cooldown timer though. I think if you get back-to-back Ghoulords, you don't get back-to-back Basilisks or something like that. There's some like, or maybe it's like a 1 in 4 chance when you kill the Ghoulord or something like. There's some sort of. It's triggered. It's not the same Basilisk from live side because I've ran over there when it was up on dead side to confirm. It's one of those things that was a huge mystery, and we used to call it the Harbinger of Doom because anytime it showed up, we were like, "Let's get out of here." There's always some disaster would happen after that. Hopefully not today. You know, I don't have time for a disaster. I got 21 minutes until I gotta go, you know, clock out at EQ and clock into real life. But I don't know if 21 minutes is enough time for a whole disaster. But at the very least, it's not enough time for a disaster plus recovery. I don't know if I like that. Pal World, it was like it's still around, right? Allegedly a Pokemon ripoff would be the simplest way to put it. I never played it though. I just bought, let's see if I can scroll up far enough. Children of Morta. I bought it on Steam sale. I'm gonna try that out. Maybe if it's fun, I'll play it on Tuesday. Pokemon ripoffs are necessary when all recent Pokemon games have been doo-doo, says Fartotron. You think they've all been doo-doo? I haven't played a new one. Newest Pokemon game I played is Pokemon Go. I haven't played it in a while, but I got a lot of enjoyment out of that one. Eventually, once they got their shit together. I did not enjoy it at launch. I thought it was absolute pile of garbage. It was. You know what I mean? It was like one of the worst game launches I've ever seen. But they eventually got it together. Last Pokemon I played before that was like Silver Edition or Crystal Edition or whatever. That's the same era, right? Or Gen, like Gen 2 or something like that. They've had a lot of generations since then that I don't know anything about. The Switch version came out. There's a ton of bugs, really. I never played that one. I mean, that's like triple A gaming in a nutshell, though, right? You just release the game and then fix it later. Yonder Wiley played Pokemon Red. Hell yeah. Hey, Arcane Cognition. Good luck on the work you're gonna get done in the spare room. I believe in you. You can do it. Cheers. Thank you. I will have a good one. I know I will, because I'm riding high off this EverQuest enjoyment. It propels me forward through the day. I'm gonna go vendor. Me and my no man are gonna go vendor. Go South Row, see what we see. Pokemon was crap. You say you'd rather boot up the PC and play Warcraft 1. You had Warcraft 2 shareware. I might have had that too. I only played Warcraft as a shareware. I don't remember if it was. It was called Orcs versus Humans. Is that the first one or the second one? I played a very little bit of that, but it was like bugged. I couldn't advance. You know what I mean? Like I tried over and over. Maybe it's because it was shareware, but I wouldn't even say I finished the level. Not just Kimmy. What's going on? How you doing? Just getting started over here. Got bag full of goodies to sell here. Let's just sell them all. Except for these gargoyle eyes. I'll keep the gargoyle eyes. We'll keep the white gold necks. Yeah, I'm doing great. It's one of my favorite days of the week. Rise and grind on a Thursday every week. Just a couple hours early in the morning while I drink my coffee. And it's like become a tradition. We've been doing this for at least a year now, I would say. I'd have to confirm with checking the YouTube uploads. But I'm pretty sure it's been a year of straight Thursdays. At the very least, we've been going for these full 9.5 months of 2025. The shareware had some custom voice lines you still remember, really. So yeah, I definitely never played number 2 because Fartotron said that was Tides of Darkness. Interesting. I liked it, but I was like an Age of Empires kid. You know what I mean? I didn't really need any other RTS at the time. Age of Empires 2 came out, and that blew me away. And then, of course, 3. I even played Mythology. Right? Was that 3 or was that 4? Remember Age of Mythology? No Duke Nukem? I never had Duke Nukem. I never really had any FPSs growing up, to be honest. I'd get, I'd get a lot of my games from, Pandui will love to hear this. I got a lot of my games from Tree Rat. Shout out to Tree Rat. Uh, AoE 2 is goated. Fart Nugget 45 says, hell yeah. I got it on Steam. I haven't played it in a couple of years though. Maybe I should dust that off. That's such a fun one. So I was like, I thought pretty good at it back in the day. And I played, a few years ago or whatever, and I was very rusty and I felt like I was total trash. But I'm sure it's one of those things that you just gotta keep at it. And maybe I should play like through some campaign levels to dust that rust off before I try playing, some GG no re style. Oh shit, I used to love StarCraft now that we mention it. Brood Wars, oh my god. That was a good one. Like that, I say I had all the RTS I needed with Age of Empires, but let's face it, StarCraft was very, very fun. What am I supposed to do? Oh, okay. My bad. Let's see here. Let's see if the realist is up. One of my favorites to kill. Yeah. Bring it to Loogie. Where is Loogie? You are at the end? How did I not see you? It was the one place I was sure you were not. There you are. Looks like you were going spider route or something. You ever need to get a froglock stuck in the geometry? Yeah, nice. Bring him over that bridge. He might do that. All right, let's see here. Let's see here. I know the summoner I just looked and the placeholder was shaman. Make sure that's still the case. That's still the case. Just see what the crocodiles are doing. I think I'll have to head to work before any respawns down in Lower Guck, to be honest. I could potentially kill a placeholder of something that I didn't kill yet, like run to Frenzy, clear that real quick maybe. Might have time to do that. Shit, now I'm thinking about playing some Age of Empires. But yeah, I bought a new game. It looks fun. They called it a rogue light hack and slash action RPG. So it sounds like you do runs, go into the dungeon or whatever. Maybe it's extraction style where you want to succeed and bring stuff back, but you bring it back to your family And I guess, you know, that's why it's roguelite, because like individual adventurers might die, but there's like, you know, another one to kind of pick up the pieces and carry on, potentially stronger than before. I don't know. It sounds fun. Sounds interesting. We'll feed Luigi a little XP. What level are you? Oh yeah, Luigi's doing something. Never mind. Forgot. But yeah, I still haven't played Postal. Right? Didn't I pick that one up a while? So I do have a little bit of a backlog on played games. Maybe for the Tuesday, I'll let you vote or something. Maybe we'll do the vote in the Discord. Speaking of the Discord, it's called the Swamp, right? Come on down. The water's fine. I'm gonna grab a link right now. Consider that your personal invitation. That link in the chat. It's the place to be. We discuss EverQuest. We discuss music and share music. We've been talking Warhammer, mostly Warhammer painting. Right, we got a new channel for that. Ishiwatari EQ's been really giving me some good tips. Is playing Postal even allowed? What, on Twitch? I think it's allowed. I don't know. I better research that before I put it on the vote, huh? Don't want to get in trubs. But I don't know. I'll go through my Steam list and I'll see what I got that hasn't been played yet, and I'll make a whole list. And basically, we'll play them all, but we'll vote on the order or something like that. How about that? Something interactive. Let you get in on the decision making. But anyways, I said I'd have maybe enough time to clear the frenzy room before I gotta go. We'll see if that's the case, or if I gotta feign death and slash Q in the middle of it. Might happen. I just need a little more mana. Be right back.
Thank you for notifying me of that.
Don't you tell me the Harbinger of Doom jumped me. Don't even tell me that. It was a nice little haul, though. Gave the skull-shaped bar boot to Fardotron. I'm sure it'll go to good use. Got like 200 plat of coin on me, and another 160 plat of gargoyle eyes thereabouts, and 2 white gold necklaces. Nice hole. Nice hole. Maybe it's from not just today, right? The gargoyle eyes and the white gold necklaces. Obviously, those were from last time I played Nui. Well, dang. I was medding. I thought I'd come back and have, like, you know, good mana instead. Come back beat up. It's supposed to be hot and sunny today. Wish me luck. It's supposed to be the fall. You know what I mean? Summer's over, but hot and sunny again. It's been a pretty hot and sunny week. Very steamy. It is what it is. I probably don't have mana for that. I do. Alright, so Wand Ghoul Knights are pretty easy. Just trying to sneak a little mana in. Dope. Fizzle. Always a little sketchy using your very last bit of mana, right? What if I need to invis undead? Or feign death? Yeah. I could probably invis undead now, though. See how much of this frenzy room I can get down before it's too late. Last sip of coffee. Almost that time. You can say we're just getting started over here, but I'm about to just be getting started on my earthly duties. So my Nerathian grind. I want to jump the gun so bad. I want to pull with no mana, but it's risky. Bloodthirsty's, you know. I think I've said it before. Very truck-like. They have, you know, they're built like trucks. They hit like trucks. Probably not smart to do what I'm about to do. About to try to split them. Fight them no mana. Probably can't see them. I don't think I'm high enough. Oh, wow. Worked. Nice. Ooh, ghoul root. At least I have my damage shield on, right? So this is fine. Life tap dot costs a lot. There we go. Ride that for a second. I love a fresh root. Just me and Grumpy Gus on. Somebody was asking me who Grumpy Gus was. I'm pretty sure I know. I don't want to give a wrong answer. Alright, one more bloodthirst. Easy. I said easy. Was it whooping my ass? I'd like to stick with a root real quick. I don't even have haste on, so it should be proccing extra. Put the haste on. Whatever, all's well that ends well. And this is ending well. Let's, quit while we're ahead. I'm gonna go check what spawned at the Ghoul Lord room. Not sure if it's been long enough. Maybe not. Only just got back in the zone from quick little vendor trip. If the name's up, I can't really do anything about it. I got a jet. But I'll let you know. It could be our little secret. Let's go find out. Wizard. Ghoul Wizard. Well, good to know. Now you know. Knowledge is power. You know what else is power? Rising and grinding, right? You get up early and you puts the whole day in perspective for you. Gives you a nice little, like a bookend for your morning. Anyway, thanks for hanging out. I'll see you Sunday, Swamptacular Splash Fest 2025, number 38, and I can't wait. Right? It rhymes. Holy shit. Thanks for hanging out, though.